Well, hello there. Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Ella. I'm here to introduce us to the Satin Dollz Great Gatsby Show. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that for the whole hour. And just kidding, it's not going to be just me. Look, I've got my dolls. I'm far too glamorous like that for a whole hour.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yeah, Ella, I can't do the 20s voice. It's never going to happen. Welcome to the Satin Dollz Great Gatsby themed live stream. So I'm Satin Doll Bella.
I'm Bella.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eve.
Hi, everyone. I'm Iris.
And I'm Cicely.
Wonderful. So these are our singers for the evening. And we've also got, girls, I'll bring you back on in just a moment, but I'm just going to introduce our wonderful Satin Doll dancers that we've got for this evening. All the way from USA, we've got... Here she is. Let me just unmute her. Oh, no.
Hi, I'm Dixie.
Here we go. And we have the wonderful...
Hi there. I'm Kitty.
Wonderful. Kitty, we'll see you very soon. Bye. Okay, Kitty, we are going to... Oh, I can't remove you. There we go. So, Dixie, you are not just a Satin Doll dancer. You're a track D, really. So you sing and dance.
I do a little bit of everything. I sing, I dance, I play the ukulele.
Well, talking about ukulele. Oh, here she is. Let me add everybody back in. Okay, here we go. So you can expect so much entertainment from us tonight. We have got singing, we have got a Charleston lesson, we've also got ukulele performances from, I believe, the wonderful Miss Ella. And also, girls, I think we've got a special guest.
What?
No.
I'm so sorry. I like to surprise you all, but I didn't realize he'd be here so soon.
Who is it?
I feel
No. Who I think it is.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Girls, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to take someone away because we have to bring him on the screen. It is, of course, Jay Gatsby.
Here's old sports.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, Ella.
Hello.
How are you ladies doing? Wonderful. Well, I've missed you guys so much. I hope you guys are all doing well in quarantine.
We're doing okay. You know, this economy is, it can be tough. I'm sure you've heard.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes, I understand. My entire my portfolio has just been in the tank, if you can believe it.
Oh, no. What about all your shirts?
The shirts, I've been selling off some of them, and I've sold off 4 properties, but West Egg is still safe.
Oh, you gotta have your shirts of many colors.
So, Mr. Gatsby, you've met some of the LA Dolls before, haven't you?
I have.
How did you meet them?
Hello. I've had the pleasure of working with these ladies a number of times. The first time I think I met them was in probably the most glamorous penthouse possibly in the entire world, at the Fairmont in San Francisco.
Yeah, I was at that show. I was too. Yeah,
it was wonderful. They have a private elevator that goes up to the penthouse suite, and as the doors opened, I saw Ella, who greeted me. She was running the elevator, and I was like, "Okay, this is real. This is going to be fun."
The elevator girl. I just press buttons.
Oh, and that was wonderful. And then we had a wonderful party up in the penthouse that night with the ladies were singing and dancing. They were fantastic, the best I've ever seen. And
well, we're very jealous.
Photos, have a lot of fun, and hear all of the stories about John F. Kennedy and his time living in that penthouse and the secret staircase that went down to Marilyn Monroe's suite down below. So
Wow. Well, us ladies in the UK are very jealous. We wish that we could come to some of these amazing parties. I'm going to add one of the UK dolls back in so that she can say hello. Here we go. Let's bring Iris back. Wonderful. So what have you been doing, Jay Gatsby, to occupy yourself during quarantine?
Well, as I said, it's been tough times. I've been sheltering in place in my very humble abode in West Egg, Long Island. And it's been very claustrophobic. It's only 40,000 square feet of space.
That's tough.
And it's been lonely. All I've had is my butler, my valet, the cooks, the maids, my pool boy, the driver. And outside of them, I would be completely lonely.
How do you do it?
And thank goodness for Nick Carraway, who lives next door. We've been quarantining together for the extent of this, and we've been taking my hydrofoil out and buzzing by the Buchanan estate in East Egg. Daisy.
Wonderful. So, have you ever been to London, Mr. Gatsby? Have you ever been to England? What do you like about the UK?
I love the UK. I have stayed in Kensington a number of times. I have stayed in the city a few times. And the last time I was there, I did a 5-day walk through the Cotswolds, which was one of the best trips I've ever had. I went with a few of my old friends, and we would stop every mile or every hour, half hour in the next village and have half a pint, and then continue to the next village, half a pint.
That's called a pub crawl. That's our kind of party. So what are you looking forward to doing the most when quarantine's over?
Well, obviously, I'm very excited to open up the house again and have all of my closest friends and not so close friends come over for a wonderful party, to have the dolls over again. Also, I don't know if they've mentioned it to you, but there's a series of events called Party Like Gatsby, which I think all of you have probably been involved with in one way or another. I had
heard of it.
Right in Los Angeles, the dolls, where they performed beautifully. We took photos with all of the guests. We got to have a fun time on stage at the end, and I'm hoping for more of those. I'm sure you ladies love those events too.
Oh yeah.
We're very, very grateful to work with Great Gatsby. And yeah, our dancers are supposed to be performing for all their shows this year, so we'll see what happens with them.
So fun. I know it's so too bad that they had a whole schedule this year, and it was unfortunately put on pause.
I mean, we can only pause the parties; they will resume. That is the truth.
It is true. And another wonderful thing that all of us are able to do right now, I know that I have been able to, is even though I've been hunkered down at home, I've been hosting Gatsby cocktail parties for corporations, birthday parties for folks all over the world. So one nice thing of being at home is having the technology to do that. So I'm sure you ladies have done some of that as well. And
absolutely, yeah.
A lot of people who would never be able to attend one of our wonderful parties are able to visit virtually.
Yeah. Well, we're so grateful to have had you pop by virtually. It's been amazing to meet you. Not all of us have met you personally, so thank you so much.
Well, Bella, thank you so much. Thank you to all of you ladies, and I hope to meet you all in the UK soon and work with the lovely US ones again soon. And cheers, old sports.
Oh, cheers, Gatsby.
Bye, Jen. Love you.
Love you guys.
Oh my goodness, what a surprise.
I'm starstruck.
Now, when I said special guest, that was ultimate special guest. Everyone watching, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that was also a surprise for you. Amazing. So as I said, you can expect singing, you can expect Charleston lesson, you can expect some ukulele, and also a special guest that we just had. So if you missed that, make sure you watch it back. So I think we should start off with our first little song of the evening. We're going to go down to Satin Dollz Iris, and she's going to sing us a little song.
Yes, I am. Thank you, Bella. So this song is one of my favorite 1920s ones to perform. Now, why were the 1920s called the best time? Well, cities were becoming more and more populous, leading to an even greater culture expansion. Wall Street tycoons were unbelievably rich, and the list of millionaires was growing by the day. Especially at the beginning of the decade, it seemed like a time of endless possibilities. Everybody was looking extremely optimistic. And of course, Louis Armstrong, Bessie Smith, and Duke Ellington ushered in a brand new style of American music called jazz. The 1920s was also known as the Jazz Age, if you didn't know that. I don't care what the weatherman says. If the weatherman says it's raining, you'll never hear me complaining. I'm certain the sun will shine. I don't care where the weather vane points. If the weather vane points, it's gloomy. It's gonna be sunny to me when your eyes look into mine. Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Jeepers creepers, where'd you find those eyes? Gosh, get up, how'd they get so lit up? Gosh, get up, where'd you get those eyes? Golly gee, when you turn those heaters on, woe is me. Got to get my cheaters on. Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those creepers? Oh, those weepers, how they hypnotize. Oh, where'd you get those eyes? Oh, where'd you get those eyes? Oh, where'd you find those eyes? Oh, those eyes. Thank you so much, everybody. We've had loads of nice comments coming in. So much love for Mr. Gatsby. Thank you, ladies. I love that song. Thank you so much for all the nice comments, everybody.
Yes, we've had hashtag Gatsby dolls. I think that should start trending. That would be wonderful. And lots of love, Miss Ella, for your hair as well. And as I said, lots of love for Mr. Gatsby. Thank you so much, Jay, for joining us. Eve, there you are. Hello. It's Mr. Paul there.
Sorry.
Okay. Iris, do you have a trivia question for everybody?
Of course I do. I really like this trivia question, and it's one that I didn't know. So hopefully, I hope one of you guys can get the answers. Okay, in the comments as well, make sure you have a guess at what you think the answer to this is. Okay, so which man was the highest earning musical artist in the 1920s? Was it A, George Gershwin, B, Louis Armstrong, C, Fats Waller, or D, Paul Whiteman?
Ooh. Can you repeat them?
I don't know.
Did you want me to repeat that, Bella?
Yeah.
Yeah, one more.
Which man was the highest earning musical artist in the 1920s? Was it A, George Gershwin, B, Louis Armstrong, C, Fats Waller, or D, Paul Whiteman?
I think let's go round. I'm going to say A. Dixie?
I'll say Louis Armstrong.
I think
Ella?
George Gershwin.
Eve?
I think George Gershwin too.
Yeah. Cicely?
Gershwin, I would say.
So in the comments, Michael says Gershwin, and Mark says Louis. Tony says Louis. What are we saying, Iris? What's the answer?
And no one has yet got it correct, actually. Well, I'll read it to you. As the leader of one of the most popular dance bands in the United States during the 1920s and early 1930s, Paul Whiteman produced recordings that were immensely successful, and press notices often referred to him as the king of jazz. His most popular recordings include Whispering, Valencia, 3 o'clock in the morning, In a Little Spanish Town, and Parade of the Wooden Soldiers. Whiteman led a usually large ensemble and explored many styles of music, such as blending symphonic music and jazz as his debut of Rhapsody in Blue. As in his debut of Rhapsody in Blue, which was by George Gershwin. So the answer was actually Paul Whiteman.
Oh, very nice. Well, Cicely, sorry, Ella. Cicely, you're going to do some jazz for us now, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Yeah. What are you going to do for us?
Wow, the 20s was, in the 20s, Broadway was the place to go if you wanted to do parties and nightlife and stuff like that. So, and even though Prohibition made alcohol illegal, it didn't mean that people didn't want a little tipple. A lot of the places around were sort of selling it on the sly and making everyone spend their last 2 bits. So I thought we'd put on Ritz.
I like that idea.
Have you seen the well-to-do up on Lenox Avenue on that famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air, high hats and arrow collars, white spats of $15, spending every dime on a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlan Flint's putting on the Ritz? Spangled gowns upon a bevy of highbrows from down the levee, all misfits putting on the Ritz. That's where each and every little belle goes every Thursday evening with her swell bows. Robin elbows, come with me and we'll attend her jubilee and watch them spend their last 2 bits putting on the Ritz. Have you seen the well-to-do up on Lenox Avenue on that famous thoroughfare with their noses in the air, high hats and arrow collars, white spats and $15, spending every dime on a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits putting on the Ritz? Spangled gowns upon a bevy of highbrows from down the levee, all misfits putting on the Ritz. That's where each and every little belle goes every Thursday evening with her swell clothes. Robin elbows, come with me and we'll attend her jubilee and watch them spend their last 2 bits putting on the Ritz. Woo! Yeah. Thanks, girls.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, that's good. Cicely, we perform lots of 1920s shows, don't we? All over, across the UK and beyond, because with Party Like Gatsby, our dancers travel all over the place. But do you have a favourite 1920s show that we've performed?
Well, actually, the secret is I've only ever done one 20s show. So that's grand, if I'm honest.
You have to have a favourite then. It's that.
Yes. So that was at the Conduit Club for New Year's Eve. And what a way to bring in 2020 than going back to the 1920s.
It was definitely a memorable gig. Iris, you were there, weren't you?
Yes,
And
it was incredible.
You've done some more 20s gigs, haven't you? What's been your favourite?
I have. Well, the Conduit on New Year's Eve was obviously up there as a huge highlight. But also for me, I was blessed a few days before that show, actually, to fly out to Luxembourg and perform a 1920 show with our Parisian Satin Dollz, which was just incredible. 24 hours in Luxembourg, transporting everybody back to the 20s. It was fabulous. So yeah, that was another big highlight for me too.
Amazing.
Wow,
You were
that's
literally, didn't you go there and you were literally there for like 24 hours? Like
Literally,
crazy.
I think I landed at about 11 a.m. and I was on a plane by 6 a.m. the next day.
Craziness.
That's what we call jet setting.
Yeah, setting lifestyle. Miss Bruce knows how it's done. Do you have a trivia question for us, Cicely?
Oh, I do. I have to get it up. Hang on one minute.
No worries. Well, looking at these comments, you've had some wonderful, wonderful compliments. Doing awesome from Mark, and killing it, Cicely from Jenkins. Love this song and the lovely purple dress. It's gorgeous.
Thanks.
Here we go. So,
Doing this one.
what's your question for us?
So, which of these pilots dominated headlines by crossing the Atlantic in the first solo flight across the ocean? Was it A, Amelia Earhart, B, Howard Hughes Jr., C, George Wilkins, or D, Charles Lindbergh?
I know.
Ella, is this another, what was it, grade something question that you learned?
No, I don't know. Maybe I learned this one on a Snapple cap or something. I don't know where I learned this one. Not 7th grade, but I believe it was Charles Lindbergh.
Correct. Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, Michael and Jenkins, congratulations, you got that correct as well.
Yeah.
We
So
got
he
one
was 25 when he did that, and they said that was 1927, and it was from New York to Paris, and they say that was the development of aviation across the world. So yeah, big steps.
Wow.
Pretty amazing.
Amazing. So cool. Well, we've got obviously lots of amazing dolls, not just with us here, but in the troupe, and we love them all. But we've got a super talented doll right next to me, as well as playing the ukulele and dancing. She is also a fabulous singer. So, Miss Dixie Lee, would you like to sing for us this evening?
I would. I'm actually going to play a little ukulele song for you. The first one. Ella's our, uke queen right now, but I'm gonna bust out my uke and play a little something. So
I can't wait.
Wonderful.
all right. So here we go. So this is a favorite of mine. Actually, I learned we usually sing this to a track live, but I decided I was gonna switch it up and play it on the ukulele. So it's a little button up your overcoat. Here we go. Button up your overcoat when the wind is free. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Eat an apple every day, get to bed by 3. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Be careful crossing streets, ooh, cut out meats, ooh, lay off sweets, ooh, you'll get a pain and ruin your tum-tum. Wear your flannel underwear when you climb a tree. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Be aware of frozen ponds, ooh, stocks and bonds, ooh, peroxide blondes, ooh, you'll get a pain and ruin your bankroll. Wear your flannel underwear when you climb a tree. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Oh, thanks, y'all.
Great.
That was gorgeous. Miss Dixie is going to teach a very amazing Charleston very soon with our other dance captain. So Dixie Lee is our dance captain in the US, and then Kitty is our dance captain in the UK. So that's amazing. You get to have a lesson from our 2 dance captains. But while you're all getting your dance shoes on, everyone at home, just like I'm imagining you doing right now, Dixie, have you had a favorite 20s show with the Satin Dollz?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I've done lots of 20 shows. Thankfully, they're so fun. They're always the best time. They're always very lavish events, I feel like. So they're always amazing. But I probably would say my favorite has to be when we did Party Like Gatsby last year. We did a lot of touring. So here in the States, we went to Texas, Nashville, Tennessee, 2 events in Canada, and then 2 events here in California. But probably the most fun was going to Canada, because we did 1 day in Calgary and 1 day in Montreal, and then we flew back to the States. So they have the most gorgeous theaters up in Canada, so it was so fun.
That's amazing. So wonderful. You've got lovely comments again from our wonderful fans watching. Sounding great, Dixie Lee, and always sounding good as well there. Fantastic and wow. So wonderful singers. I'm sure you'll all be dancing behind the scenes. But I'm going to say goodbye to you for now. Bring you back on very shortly. And let's bring on wonderful Satin Doll Kitty. I'm loving the dance moves there. Where's Ella? There we go. Okay, Dixie, I'm going to leave this to you and wonderful Kitty. I can't wait. I'll be dancing along at home. Here she is.
There's Miss Kitty. Hi, Kitty. I'm dancing now. Does everybody have their dance shoes on? Is everybody ready to go? I am. I'm ready to get up and start moving now. So, all right, we're going to teach a little Charleston lesson. Ooh, I'm so excited for this. So I'm going to start, and then I'm going to hand it over to Kitty in a minute. So, all right, I'm going to clear my bench away right now very gracefully. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to do just basic Charleston. Everyone should know this, right? But if you don't, what we'll do is you're going to take your right foot and put it front, and then step back, and then step behind, and step. That's all it is. Touch front, step back, and back, front, back, back, front. There you go. Nice. You can also add a little kick if you so choose. You can kick it. Kick. Woo, getting fancy. There you go. Oh, but you know what? We're doing this way too slow, aren't we? I think so. So we're going to pick it up a little bit. All right, you guys ready? Got to get that cardio going. 5, 6, here we go. Woo! There it is. Add a little kick if you so choose. Oh, there we go. Yeah, very nice, very nice. All right, Miss Kitty, I'm going to hand it over to you now. She's going to do a little movement for you guys. What's the next step, Miss Kitty?
Well, I think next we've done our basic Charleston step, and next we should work on another little solo step. So we are going to take our hands and put them on our hips and take a nice wide stance. You're really meaning business, everyone, when we do this. So we're going to take those hands, place them firmly on the hips, and then we're going to move our hips round all the way round the world. And that's what this step is called. So hands on the hips, and then we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and again 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's called your around the world. There we go. So you can go from Charleston, a 1, 2, 3, 4, into that round the world. A 5, 6, 7, 8. What do we think?
Very nice.
Nixie?
Oh yeah, I'll pick up the next one. All right, so this next one is very, very fun. So this one is called the bee's knees, okay? So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take that wide stance, once again, nice wide stance. You're gonna take your fingers, your little handsies here, and you're gonna put them right on those knees. Woo! All right, Now, here's the crazy part, all right? When you bring your knees together, your hands are gonna cross, and then they come out and they stay crossed. Whoa. There we go. And you know, we can't ever do anything simple here, so we're gonna show you a fun way to switch it up. So you can go to one side, then cross it up and whoa. Very nice. All right, so shall we try it from our Charleston? Let's give it a shot. From the top. Here we go. Ready? 5, 6, Charleston. Here we go. Charleston and Charleston and Charleston. All right, a couple more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see that. Around the world. 3, 5, 6. How about some bee's knees? Woo! 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow! Very nice. You know, this is the time that I wish we had like two-way cameras so we could make sure that all of you out there in Facebook and YouTube land are doing it with us. All right, Kitty, why don't you take it away for our last move?
Exactly, and great job everyone who's joining in. I'm sure you're doing a fabulous job. Trust you. We're on to our last step. So we've just done our bee's knees. Boom, boom, boom. Then we're gonna take our hand and we're gonna shake it 4 times. A 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. We're gonna place that other hand on our hip. That's it. So we're gonna do a shake, 2, 3, 4. Then you're gonna switch to the other hand. A shake, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. And repeat one more time. Exactly. You gotta really shake that finger and mean it. Just like, you know, someone's eating all the scones that you're hoping to eat this afternoon.
I hear that happens.
Your lovely afternoon tea has been taken away from you. You're going, oh, you got to shake that finger. Whilst we're shaking that finger, we're going to pick up one foot and we're going to hop towards our finger. A 1, 2, 3, 4. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it a few more times. A 1. That's it. These are called skaters. So you can move it side to side if you've got enough space. Lovely. Fantastic. So I think we should maybe try from the top. Let's just do a little recap. We've got first off our Charleston step. We've got a 5, 6, a 5, 6, 7, and a 1, and 2, a 3, and a 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Keep on Charlestoning, swing those arms. A 5, 6, ready to go around the world. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bees knees. 2, a 3, 4, 5, 6. Last is skaters. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. A 3, a 4, 4 more. Shake it like you mean it. Well done, everybody. Great job. I think we should try that with some music. What do you think, Dixie?
I think we should. I think we should give them a little trial run with some music now.
I think so. Let's give it a go. Woo! All right. Everyone getting ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and choices. Ready to go around the world. Let's do 2 more. I love this move. Woo! Great job, everyone. All right, last move, skaters. That's it. Great job. Well done. Should we have another go?
I think we should.
Let's have another go, everyone. All right. Let's get ready to go again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! Ready to go around the world. Ready for those knees. Woo! Ready to
had so much energy. Incredible.
All of you at home, I'm sure.
So many lovely comments. Everyone was dancing along at home. So, girls, I'll let you have a little bit of a breather and we'll see you back very soon. Thank you so much. See you later, Dixie Lee. Bye, Kitty. Mwah. Oh, there she is. She won't go. Oh, there we go. And she was still there on the background. Oh, Kitty, you've broken it. You've broken the camera. There we go. Thank you so much to our two wonderful dance captains. They are amazing. And I hope you all enjoyed that. And I hope you keep practicing those moves so that you can join us at a 20s show sometime soon when we can get back performing. Now, one of our newest LA dolls is the wonderful Eve, and she hasn't yet been able to do a show. Her only shows have been live online, so we're so glad to have her at our first 1920s online show. Here she is. This is Miss Eve. Here we go. Hello. Oh no, you're muted. There we go. Oh, Eve, my darling, you're going to have to unmute yourself.
I'm here. Thanks, Bella.
That's okay. I must say, Eve, your hairstyle just fits the 1920s so perfectly.
Thank you. I was really
You're
excited
looking
about this one. This is my first time getting to do the makeup for the 1920s, so it's been really fun.
I love the hairband as well. It's so cute.
Thank you very much.
So what are you going to... Oh, thank you. I keep going to touch that way and I don't know where it is. So what are you going to sing for everyone?
Today I will be singing Roxy from the musical Chicago, which is a classic 1920s musical, if you don't know it.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear it. Wonderful.
All right,
here we go.
A little tidbit about the 20s for you guys. So the Prohibition was a big part of the 20s, and I'm sure if you've heard about the 20s, you've talked about the Prohibition. And Cicely talked about it a little bit earlier, but it actually started in 1920 in the United States, and the goal of the Prohibition was to solve social issues here in the US, and it lasted for 13 years, but it was ratified in 1933 when there's a big uproar against it. But we're glad that we can party like Gatsby now.
Absolutely.
All right, this is Roxy from Chicago. The name on everybody's lips is gonna be Roxy. The lady raking in the chips is gonna be Roxy. I'm gonna be a celebrity, that means somebody everyone knows. They're gonna recognize my eyes, my hair, my cheeks, my boobs, my nose. From just some dumb mechanic's wife, I'm gonna be Roxy, who says that murder's not an art, and who, in case she doesn't hang, can say she started with a bang. Roxy Hart. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Chicago. It's a little bit different than the stage musical, but you should all watch it, especially if you're looking for a great 1920s feel movie. It's a really, really fun one, and I love Velma Kelly. She's my favorite character. Other than the murder, she's my favorite. They're gonna wait outside in line in order to see Roxy. Think of the autographs all signed, good luck to you, Roxy. And all appear in a lavalier that goes all the way down to my waist. Here's a ring, there's a ring, everywhere a ring-a-ling, but always in the best of taste. I'm a star, and the audience loves me. And I love them, and they love me for loving them. I love them for loving me. that's because none of us got enough love in our childhoods. And that's showbiz, kids. She's given up her humdrum life. She's gonna be Roxy. She's made a scandal and a start. And Sophie Tucker will scream, I know, to see her name get filled below. Roxy Hart. Thanks, everyone. That was a fun one. Thanks, Bella.
Amazing. I love that. You've got such a beautiful voice, Eve.
Oh, thank you.
So many lovely compliments as well. Yeah, so good from Jenkins. And they were all saying that it's a good film as well, that they've watched it.
I love that movie.
If you are enjoying our stream, please do give it a share. Click the share button and make sure all your friends and families join in the fun. Okay, I'm going to add some of the wonderful singers back on so that you can tell us your trivia question. Here we go. Here's Miss Ella. She's coming back. I do apologise. It's all quite slow to add people back in, but I'm bringing you in eventually. Here we go.
Well, that makes sense. The internet didn't work very well in the 20s, so.
No, I don't think they knew what that was.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Here we go. And here is Cicely.
Hi.
She's come. There we go. Wonderful. So, Eve, do you have a question for us all?
All right, so this is about Harry Houdini. So, Harry Houdini died in 1926, but how did he die?
Oh, I know this one.
Okay, we've got some options. The first one is drowning. The second is starvation. The third is infection from a punch. And the fourth is dysentery. Could be anything.
Could be anything.
What do you ladies think?
I want to say the punch one.
Punch?
Yeah.
I know this one, so I'm going to keep it to myself.
All right, answers in the comments.
I think it's drowning.
Drowning. Tony says drowning.
Yeah, that's the thing here, isn't it? So I did not know this. This was really cool to learn. Harry Houdini, the world famous magician, actually died from infection from a punch.
Yeah. Well, not yet. Quite sad.
He was at like a college, and somebody was like, I heard you can really take a punch. And so he was like, yeah, I can. So the guy punched him in the stomach a couple times, and then Harry Houdini was like, okay, that's enough. I don't feel so good. And he went on to do his shows like in the upcoming week, and he was like, I'm fine, I can do these shows. He passed out in the middle of a show. He continued to do it anyway, and it eventually killed him because he didn't go to the doctor and stop his shows. So listen to help.
Yeah. I mean, of all the dangerous things he did, and that's how he died, that's madness. Well, Miss Ella, you're looking ravishing. I love that sparkly dress.
Ah, gee, thanks. Well, let's trust it on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've got loads of those hanging up in the wardrobe.
Oh, just a closet full.
Absolutely. So are you going to sing us a little 20s tune this evening?
A little ditty, if I may. So
Wonderful.
something that maybe not a lot of people know is the ukulele became incredibly popular in the 1920s. It was kind of a Hawaii rage. It was not yet a U.S. state, but I had to toss my pearls back because otherwise they get in the way of my instrument. But the ukulele became incredibly popular in the 20s, and so it fits. If you're thinking, that doesn't work, it does. It's historically accurate. I would never be anything but exactly accurate.
Ella, do you have a favourite 20s show that you've performed with the Dolls?
Ooh, so many. We performed one incredible 20s gig at the Hollyhock House here in Los Angeles. That was so fun. But my favorite 20s moment was filming the Batman music video, which if you haven't seen, you gotta see it. It's a blast. Our friend Jay Gatsby was featured in it. He is the titular that man. And we filmed it in this giant mansion, millions and millions of dollars and thousands of square feet. We were there for 14 hours and we didn't even see the whole, let's call it a compound. So lavish, and we all got to dress up and we all sang and danced, and the dancers looked like $1 million. And that's in 20 bucks without
$1 million too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gee, thanks.
You all did.
That was truly so fun. And I revealed a little bit of a secret a couple weeks ago when we first released this That Man single. But the secret is that I drove 2 hours to the mansion and then realized when I got there that I left all of my stuff at home. Left my costumes, left my makeup, left my heels and my tights and everything. I had like
that is not a good Satin Doll move.
Not a good Satin Doll move, but a very classic move. Don't tell Allison. She knows. She's known me for long enough. But we didn't tell her because she was, juggling 1,000 flaming hot balls and spinning 1,000 dishes. So we didn't even tell her. I just said, "Dolls, help!" And all of my sisters, they dressed me. I wore Olivia's shoes. I wore Brooklyn's tights. I wore Dakota's earrings and used her eyeshadow. I wore Rosalind's bra. I love that. And when it happened, and Lola never knew. She never knew.
I love that. We all learn things from previous shows. So I always bring 2 pairs of tights everywhere now because everyone always uses them at some point, like always.
There's always
What an amazing story. And also, if you've not seen That Man video, make sure you watch it. But also, it is now available to stream on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify. So make sure you stream online as well. So Ella, would you like to give your little ditty a sing?
I would. I'd love to. So this song became pretty emblematic of the 1920s. It was featured in the 20s book, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. It's called Ain't We Got Fun. It was written in 1920, first performed in 1920 by, let me see. I forget who first performed it. It was a vaudeville song. It's written by Richard Whiting.
Yay!
Written by Richard Whiting, featured in Great Gatsby, and then it later had several versions done, one by Bob Hope, one by Rosemary Clooney and Bing Crosby, then a very famous one by Peggy Lee in 1959, but it was written in 1920, emblematic of the 20s era, and I hope I've kind of mashed together both Doris Day and Peggy Lee's version, so I hope you enjoy it.
Yay! Can't wait.
All righty, here we go.
Every morning, every evening, ain't we got fun? Not much money, oh, but honey, ain't we got fun? The rent's unpaid, dear, we haven't a car, but anyway, dear, we'll stay as we are. Even if we owe the grocer, don't we have fun? Tax collectors getting closer, still we have fun. There's nothing surer. The rich get rich and the poor get poorer. In the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? In the winter, in the summer, don't we have fun? Times are bumming, getting bummer, still we have fun. There's
getting madder, and we got fun. Times are bad and getting better, still we have fun. There's nothing surer, the rich get rich and the poor get laid off. In the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? This economy's so gosh darn fun. What fun?
I thought that song was a little too appropriate, so sorry if I triggered any of my triggers there.
Don't tell my landlord I sang that song.
Amazing. Ella, that was wonderful. Everyone's like, yes, queen of ukulele. Everyone's loving the ukulele. Evelyn says, having a lot of fun listening to you. Peggy Lee is smiling down on Ella and her uke right now, says Michael, which is a lovely comment. Wonderful. Hits close to home, says Jenkins.
Yeah, for a lot of us, I'm sure.
So, Ella, do you have a trivia question for us?
I do, and this one's really fun, especially if you like sports. So, especially the all-American sport of football.
We don't like sports.
Do the dolls not like sports?
If it's dancing.
That counts as a sport. All right, here's the question. Get ready with your typing fingers. On January 6th, 1920, the Boston Red Sox sold this player to the New York Yankees, changing baseball history forever. So who is the player? Is it A, Joe DiMaggio, B, Babe Ruth, C, Lou Gehrig, or D, Tony Lazzari?
Who?
I don't know one of them.
And I know one isn't the answer.
Yeah, exactly. I think we all know the one.
I have a feeling that the one you think isn't the answer is the only one I've heard of.
Audience,
Lots of folks in the comments are killing it. They got it instantly.
Oh,
It's the Babe, of course.
Of course.
It's the Babe.
we
Of
were
course.
just giving them a chance.
Exactly. Good job, Mel. I know you all knew that one. Jenkins mentioned the curse that lasted until 2004. The curse on the Boston Red Sox for trading away Babe Ruth. So his real name, I got some fun facts about Babe Ruth just because he's such a good guy. His real name was George Herman Ruth, but he was called the Babe. He was a left-handed pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, but what really made him famous was his signature move as a batter for the New York Yankees, the home run. Back then in the 1920s, before he came along, home runs were relatively rare and very unusual in baseball. Now we see them all the time. We have the home run derby, but back then home runs were really something special. And over the course of his career, he broke baseball's most important slugging records over and over again. He had most years leading a league in home runs, most total bases in a season, and highest slugging percentage for a whole season. And he was one of only two people in his time to hit 3 home runs in a World Series game. And so in his career, totally, he hit 714 home runs.
That's a home run.
And that record lasted until 1974.
Alison says, our producer says the dolls look so interested.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm really crying.
Oh, come on. We love baseball. It's America's favorite sport.
I think in England we have cricket. We don't really have baseball.
I was listening to the terms and thinking I actually don't even know what a base is. What's
What's slugging?
It makes me feel any better. I'm from the United States and I have no idea.
Yes, Eve.
Maybe you'll find these next tidbits even more interesting then, because they're less about the baseball side of Babe Ruth and more about his bad boy side.
Oh,
The Babe was not your most well-behaved Babe. He was almost as famous for his home runs as he was famous for his litany of speeding tickets, traffic violations, and automobile accidents. He was famous for this. This is really funny. In 1921, Babe Ruth was arrested in Manhattan for speeding. How fast do you think he was going?
We do miles per hour, don't we? What do
miles per hour?
Yeah. 100.
Back then, gosh.
60?
This was in 1921. He was arrested for speeding. He was going a crazy 26 miles per hour.
What? I wouldn't have gotten that.
In London, you could totally get done for that right now. Like, I mean, you can only go 20 miles an hour in London.
That's right. He was going 26. Yeah. He was going an ungodly 26 miles per hour. And he was speeding for the second time in 2 months. He was arrested. So he spent the day in jail.
Crazy. Hello to everyone who's just tuned in. Let's add in our wonderful London dance captain, Miss Satin Dollz Kitty. Here she is. Let's add her in.
Hi, Kitty.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, okay. One sec. I'm gonna make her. Oh, no worries. She'll be back in a moment. Anyway, our wonderful dance captain, Kitty. You will have seen her every Tuesday doing her tap and talk. So I'm sure you've all been enjoying that. And she is here to show us how she loves dancing in her 1920s best. I can't wait. I have no idea what song she's going to do, so it's a complete surprise for us as well. Let's see if she is ready to add her back in. And then I will remove all of you girls and we can all watch her and dance along in the background. Okay, I'll remove you gradually because I feel like the internet is really finding us all a bit too much. Here we go. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Okay, let's add wonderful Satin Dollz Kitty. Here she is. Wow, it really doesn't like me this evening.
Hi there, everyone.
There we go.
I hope you're all well. Thank you so much, Bella, for adding me in. As some of you who may watch some of my live streams normally, I am a tap dancer, and that sometimes can cause some audio issues. So it's not always the best for having a lovely chat with my dolls as I'm about to tap. But I've got a little treat from you. It's another song from Chicago, and it is Hot Honey Rag. Now, Chicago obviously wasn't dreamt up in the 1920s, but it is very 1920s themed, and ragtime music most people would kind of consider as a big precursor to the jazz revolution, so you could say. So I'm just going to take it away. It's Hot Honey Rag from Chicago.
Okay, you babes of jazz, let's pick up the pace. Let's shake the blues away, let's make the parties longer and the skirts shorter and shorter. Let's make the music hotter, and let's all drive to hell in a fast car and keep it hot.
Thank you so much, Kitty, and we'll see you very shortly. Mwah. Amazing. Wow, isn't she such an amazing dancer? We are so lucky to have Kitty and Dixie Lee as our fabulous dance captains. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in this evening. Let me read some of these wonderful comments. I could watch Kitty tap for hours, so could I. I wish I could do that. And everyone loves the outfits. Wonderful, thank you. Well, talking about outfits, the 1920s was a very amazing time for women. Now, in America, that is when women earned the right to vote. So things were definitely changing and very different for women in the 20s. Hair was shorter, dresses were shorter. They were pushing boundaries like they'd never pushed them before. So I thought I would do a song that I love singing and that reminds me of the 1920s. However, when we do our shows, we don't always sing songs that were from the 20s. We do modern songs in a 20s style. So this song is about feeling fancy. I hope you enjoy it at home. And I might just add in some of my dolls for a little boogie in the dance break. I'd like that. If they're ready, I'll add them in. Here we go. Let's see if you know who sings it originally. First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the whole world feel it. And I'm still in the murder business. I can drop it down, give them the sense of physics right. You should want a bad chick like this. Hot, drop it low, pick it up just like this. Cup of A's, cup of Goose, cup of Chris. High heels got me worth half a ticket on my wrist. Taking all the liquor straight, never taste that. Rooftop and we're bringing 88 back. Bring the hooks in, where's the bass at? Champagne spilling, you should taste it. I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this gold? Remember my name, about to blow. I said, baby, I do this. I thought that you knew this. I can't stand no haters, and I guess this is the truth. My throat just started, and the truth is just parted. Swagger on super, I can shop at no department. Get my money on time, no money decline. Can't stand no haters, gotta stay in my grind. Make my money on time, no money decline. Can't stand no haters, gotta stay in my grind. I said, who that, do that. Paper all over, thought you knew that. B-E-L-L-E, name in bold. Write it over here, truth to be told that I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Won't you taste this gold? Remember my name, about to blow. Trash the hotel. Let's get drunk on the minibar. Make a phone call. Feel so good doing what I want. Keep on turning it up. Chandelier swinging, we don't give a what. Keep on turning it up. Classic expensive, you don't get to touch up. Woo! I'm so fancy, you already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Won't you taste this gold? Remember my name, about to blow. Yay! Thanks everyone for joining me there. Oh,
Yay! Good.
Yay! Thank you so much. There we go. Oh, you're all looking so gorgeous, and I'm loving all the twinkly lights. It's amazing. Ella, let's unmute you. We should never have Ella muted. What's going on?
Never. I don't do well muted. I get backed up.
Wonderful.
Wow, people had a lot of lovely things to say about you, Bella. Tony says you were fabulous.
Oh, I like that word.
And Martin says he loves when you sing that song. He especially likes the video where Finley is dancing on stage with you to that one.
Great video. That was also at the Conduit, which Cicely spoke about. Wonderful show. And yes, Finley and I brought in the new year singing and dancing together. So that was amazing.
That's right. Everybody said you are so fancy, Bella. And a couple people got it exactly right. Daniel got it. That was originally done by Iggy Azalea. Not a very 20s, more like 2020s kind of thing.
Definitely. Perfect. Well, okay. I would love it if we could all have a little joint boogie to finish off this amazing stream. Unfortunately, we don't have the technology for us all to sing and dance together, but that's not going to stop us. We're still going to have fun. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. Thank you for all your wonderful comments and for all of your love. Now, we normally sing this song and it's super sassy, and our dancers perform gorgeous fan dances. So you'll have to come and watch us at a show when we're all back out performing. And again, make sure you do check out That Man. Download it on Spotify, on Apple Music. Write a review if you can. It really helps us out. And please share this video as well. Okay, so we'll lip sync and we will let our wonderful dancers take it away. Ella, if you could just say a little thank you or goodbyes to anyone in the comments while I get up the track, that would be amazing.
Gotcha. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you for giving me an excuse to do my 20s voice. I really love it. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Love to see familiar faces. Hi, Jenkins and Mark and Daniel and Martin and Tony. We just love to see you, and we're so glad that you joined us today. We hope you like our last number. We've got a little hoochie named Minnie. Watch out for her. I've heard some stories. Next Saturday is our vintage Western stream. So I'm going to be singing some country. Dixie's going to be there. It's going to be a real wild Western time. So you better join us.
Here we go. Everyone, sing along at home. This is a great call and response number. So I hope you all have. You've had your dance shoes on, so let me hear your best singing voices. This is Minnie the Moocher. Here we go.
Folks, here's a story about Minnie the Moocher. She was a red-hot hoochie coocher. She was the roughest, toughest frail, but Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Hidey, 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 hidey. Whoa! Eating, 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 eating. Whoa! She messed around with a bloke named Smokey. She loved him, though he was smoky. He took her down to Chinatown. He showed her how to kick the gong around. Hide, 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 hide. He had a dream about the king of Sweden. He gave her things that she was needing. He gave her a home built to gold and steel, a diamond car with the platinum wheels. Hidey, 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 hidey.
Woo! Oh, thank you much, everyone, for joining us. We hope you've had a roaring 20s evening. And thank you so much to our wonderful guest, Mr. Jay Gatsby. We'll see you all next weekend. Lots of love. Bye.